If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Whack 100 calls the LA County Sheriff an idiot, and 50 Cent is about to produce a show that focuses on his beef with the game. Plus, DJ Mustard is losing mad weight. Let's talk hip-hop.
2 LASD deputies were shot by a suspect, both reportedly shot in the head, and both have been rushed into surgery. Now there is a manhunt underway to find that suspect. We told you how huge and expansive this scene is. We're still learning more information on who this suspect is, where he came from, but we understand that those 2 deputies may have been ambushed just a bit ago.
This is happening at the Blue Line station, the Metro Blue Line station in Compton. We understand that Sheriff Villanueva is en route to the hospital right now, or has arrived at the hospital to be with those 2 deputies who are now in surgery after apparently being shot in the head. Again, we saw the LASD helicopter with the night sun, the spotlights circling this area. They are clearly looking for someone. It would likely be the shooter, maybe an accomplice that was with that shooter, but they are looking for someone in a wide area.
Alright, Joe, this is crazy, right? Because the whole situation is, last week on Saturday, there were 2, cops just sitting in their car, like by some train station in Compton, and some random person just walks up to them and bang, bang, shoots both the cops in the head in their car, right? The cops didn't see what was going on. They wasn't expecting it. They didn't know what happened, right? Crazy situation. So the person that ran up to them and shot them in the head just ran off, right? Now, it's insane because whoever that was, the cops still have not found them, right? The cops don't know who it was at all, period, point blank. Also, the 2 cops that got shot point blank are still alive, both of them, right? So they both were rushed to the hospital and they both went through surgery, and it was crazy, right? So the LA County Sheriff, Officer Villanova, whatever his first name is, Alex Villanueva, basically did a press conference saying that they raised $175,000 as a reward to give to whoever has information about the person who shot these 2 officers, right? All right, fine, whatever, y'all giving out a reward for somebody who knows who shot these guys, right? Regular cop shit, right? Then this officer, Alex Villanueva, decides to say that he challenges LeBron James, like randomly picks LeBron James' name out of a hat, I guess. We challenge LeBron James to match the reward, put that with the money that we have so that we can really find this person, right? And that's crazy. Like, why would LeBron James put up $175,000 as a reward for somebody to give over information for whoever shot these police, right? I feel like LeBron James is probably too busy donating money to like the family of Ahmaud Arbery or Breonna Taylor or Trayvon Martin or Tamir Rice or, whoever else got shot by the hands of the police, right? So, like, why would LeBron James give money towards that? Anyway, Whack 100, a West Coast OG, triple OG at this point, and also the game's manager and Ray J's manager went on Instagram and he put up this picture and he's like, yo, the LA County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva, challenges LeBron James to match a reward money for the gunmen who ambushed 2 deputies in Compton. How about you police your police first, you fucking idiots, right? And Whack 100 is just straight up telling the truth, right? And then Whack 100 actually goes on to talk about gang activity and pretty much how gangs work, right? So Whack 100 says, look, a gang is a group of people that represent the same cause, right? He says, now, I want everybody to understand that what we do, and he's talking about himself and his gang, because y'all know Whack 100 is a blood. He says what we do, if we can't identify who did something to us, or if we can't, catch that person, what we do is we just move on everything. A blanket, face of violence on everything to everybody. So if let's say your homeboy was a blood and got shot by a Crip, and you don't know what Crip did it, y'all basically gonna set it on any Crip that y'all see. Oh, you could have did it. Oh, you might have did it, is what Whack 100 is trying to explain, right? And he's saying that in this case, we, us will be the ones that get the blame. So just prepare yourselves for a different temperament and a different aggressiveness coming from the police, because they are going to come at every black person in the hood and act like that black person could have been the one to do something to their officers. So what Wack 100 says is to stay woke, to move right, and don't go to church if you applaud in this. And then he says his blessings go to the officers and their family, but his blessings also go to the man that was on foot who shot those damn officers, right? And Wack 100, man, is speaking all facts here, right? Wack 100 is a nigga from the hood that done seen a lot of wars before, and he's just saying, listen, it's about to be a war on us, so pretty much, you know, stay dangerous, you feel me? But this whole situation is crazy. That cop is definitely an idiot for just calling out LeBron James like LeBron James does not have any responsibility to put up any kind of money for anything that you are challenging him for or requesting him for, just so you know, right? And of course LeBron James hasn't responded to this at all, and he doesn't have to. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, this is crazy, right? Because 50 Cent is working on a new series for Starz, right? This series is going to basically highlight the beef between 50 Cent and The Game, right? And it's crazy because The Game used to be signed to G-Unit, and G-Unit is an East Coast record label, even though The Game is from the West Coast, right? And the whole situation is that The Game's manager at the time was from Brooklyn, right? Jimmy Henchman was also TLC's manager at the time too, right? But Jimmy Henchman was a huge dope dealer all throughout the East and the West Coast, right? He made like $11 million a year at one point by shipping dope and money back and forth from California to New York, right? So he knew a lot of people in the streets, and he had a lot of money. So of course he was The Game's manager. Of course he was TLC's manager, right? Anyway, so at that time, you know, in the 90s in New York, Biggie was in the studio with Little C's, and Jimmy Henchman was actually the one who paid somebody to have Tupac shot, right? Even though Tupac didn't die at that time, but Tupac got shot 5 times, once in the head, and at that point, Tupac kind of thought that Biggie had something to do with why he was shot, which is why Tupac release hit him up, right? And I guess really at the end of the day, Tupac really realized that Biggie didn't have anything to do with it, but I guess Tupac felt like Biggie could have stopped it at least, because Biggie's from Brooklyn, and so is Jimmy Henchman, and so is the dude that Jimmy Henchman paid to shoot Tupac, right? But at that point, Biggie didn't have no power or anything like that. Who the fuck is Biggie to tell Jimmy Henchman anything? Like, if Tupac's gonna get shot, he's gonna get shot. There's nothing that Biggie could do to stop it, right? Anyway, the whole situation is that, again, The Game's manager, Jimmy Henchman, is this crazy dude, right? Anyway, so The Game starts beefing with 50 Cent because, you know, The Game don't give a fuck about what 50 Cent has to say. Plus, The Game's manager is the big shit of New York. So who the fuck is 50 Cent to The Game? And the rest is history, right? Today, The Game and 50 Cent are cool with each other. Jimmy Henchman is serving life in prison, and everybody knows the whole story. So for 50 Cent to actually come out with a series highlighting this is crazy, right? So every season of 50 Cent series is going to focus on a different beef. Season number 1, though, of course, is going to focus on The Game's beef with 50 Cent, right? Who knows what season 2, 3, and 4 will be, but the start of this is going to be fire, yo. And it's definitely something I'm going to watch. And it's going to be on Starz, just like Power is going to be on Starz. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
What you say? Those are, look at the way you.
I can't hold you like You're a fucking baby!
Alright, yo, so that was DJ Mustard, man. And ever since coronavirus done hit, this nigga been like really working out and shedding off all the pounds, right? So he might look a little different, right? And this is crazy as hell. So yesterday, DJ Mustard went on Instagram, or actually Twitter, and he's like, my kids turned me up. Nip turned me up. Kobe turned me up. That Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, turned me up. Treadmill Mustard. Y'all playing with this shit. I'm not. Get up and do something. Stop with the bullshit excuses, right? And then he says, stop putting surgery on me. This is hard work. This is what hard work looks like. Treadmill Mustard. Stop playing with me, right? And basically, DJ Mustard is out here working his ass ass off, right? You see him, if you go on his Instagram or his Twitter, you'll see him running on a treadmill, right? Every single day, right? He even said something like, yo, over the weekend I had fried Oreos and I ate some other, bad food, but I had to pay for it this morning, as he's running on a treadmill, sweating and looking crazy, right? And all of this is admirable, right? I look up to this, right? Because DJ Mustard, something must have clicked in his head where he's like, you know what? I got to get in shape. I got to work out. I mean, look, during coronavirus, a lot of people who have like high blood pressure, hypertension, obesity, a lot of those people started dying and passing away. So not only DJ Mustard started working out, but Action Bronson actually started working out too and trying to get in shape, right? I mean, these men are young. Like DJ Mustard's in his 30s. Action Bronson is in his 30s. So for you to, die of some stupid shit like a heart attack or just literally because you're fat in your 30s doesn't make any sense. And I just gotta commend DJ Mustard and, give him his props and highlight this shit right here because he ain't fucking around, yo. And he looks completely different from the way that he used to look. And that is fucking dope, right? So hopefully he can lose more weight, keep the pounds off, do his shit. It's 400 and all that shit, right? Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.